So, hello and what is up, guys? This video will be a history lesson of Bajaj Avenger motorcycle. So, so Bajaj back in the day was producing small motorcycles for commuting purposes, and they took a big and a bold step of introducing Bajaj Avenger's predecessor, which was the Kawasaki Eliminator 175. So, what is Kawasaki Eliminator? Basically, it was a small cruiser designed for 125cc motorcycle platform in UK, and it was basically designed as a learner's motorcycle. But in India, we got the bigger engine, and it had 15.2 bhp and 13.7 newton meters of torque, which was a really healthy figure for that motorcycle. And it was one of the best motorcycles of that time. It kind of gave the Indian buyers a taste of what imported machine at a quite rate, which was 86,000 at that time. It was around about 86,000. The engine was a 173cc air cooled engine, and it was 157 kilograms in weight. A decent motorcycle, and it had 140 millimeter of ground clearance, which was a bit low. So later on in the year 2005, they put a 180cc engine from a Pulsar in that motorcycle. It was a DTSI engine, and the original Avengers engine was extremely smooth. But this engine, although it had a lot of power when compared to the older engine, but it wasn't that smoother of a engine. Now it is quite easier to spot the difference between Avenger and an Eliminator, but the Avenger 180 is the one which has the Avenger written under the seat, uh, or it is written under the seats. There is a plastic. So the next model came in the year 2007 when they upgraded the Avenger 180, gave it the 200cc engine, and Avenger 200 was born. So basically, Avenger 200 was an even more powerful version. It had 17.5 bhp and 16.78 newton meters of torque. Now, at this point of time, Bajaj was keen on using Pulsar's engines in this motorcycle, and later on in the year 2010, seeing the demand of the Avenger, they upgraded the engine to a 220cc engine. That's when the Avenger 220 was born, and it had 19 bhp, which was 1.5 bhp more, and 17.5 newton meters of torque. Now, both of these figures, although seem better than the 200, but when compared to the Pulsar 220s, they were a bit less on power and torque. This is where I believe Bajaj should have focused more on giving more torque to the engine, because it's a cruiser, but nonetheless. And later on in the year 2015, that's when they introduced two different engine options and two different body style options. That's when the 220 cruise, 220 street, and 150 street were introduced. The 150 street was a real nice motorcycle, extremely nice and comfortable for city rides. And the 220 cruise got real comfortable riding posture and ergonomics package. So this is when you actually started getting some real Harley Davidsonish style in the Avenger motorcycles. And in the year 2018, they upgraded the smaller Avengers engine to a 180cc from the Pulsar 180, which was again a nice motorcycle. And in the year 2019, they upgraded they degraded the engine to a 160, but this 160 had similar performance figures to the previous 180, and it produced slightly better fuel efficiency figures. So that's it for today, guys. That's all the Bajaj Avenger is a history for you guys in short. Bajaj Avenger has been one of the most legendary motorcycles in the Indian market, and people still tend to love the motorcycle. And although in the recent times there are bigger, better cruisers out there, but still Bajaj Avenger is one of the most cheapest and one of the most practical options out there. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.